So that brings us to the list, long sequence of presentations. If we all agree, we could spend about 10, 15 minutes on some of the, some people who wanted to intervene. There may not be time for PowerPoint presentations, so we won't take PowerPoint presentations, but we'll take brief intervention and observations. And yes, we can, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So we formed this department 8 years ago, and I was in charge of forming the department. And when we decided that we should get an engineering design department, first thing we did was that we should go to the industry, talk to them, and understand their needs. So when I started talking to the industries, we were surprised that we got 8 crores straight away. In other words, Ashok Leyland and Bosch came forward to sponsor this department, and we had a funding of 8 crores from them. We formed a committee of people from the industry to advise us as to what they feel are their requirements. We said we will take it or leave it, the choice is ours, but we want to hear from you. Then we said that we should bring the joy of engineering to the table. This is very important. So the motto of the department is to bring the joy of engineering. We felt that our education is akin to teaching only biology to the medical doctors and asking them to go to the clinic and learn the clinical practice. In other words, we teach things in IITs and many other places which are not directly converted into practice. We said that we should correct this as well. We also recognize that products are both aesthetics, have both aesthetics and engineering, and we also recognize that architects and civil engineers have been existing together for a very long time, and maybe barring a few skirmishes, they've been existing for a very long time. This, I think, somehow other engineers have not realized, including mechanical engineers, and that's why we have a meeting where product form design and mechanical engineers talking about engineering design. But other civil engineers have never been in this kind of problems. The other thing we realized is that uh, products are interdisciplinary. Automobiles, for example, which was the joy of a mechanical engineer, is no more a mechanical engineering product. It has 30 to 40% of electronics. So, putting them together, we wanted to form a curriculum. We formed a curriculum 8 years ago. So we said that there should be engineering, there should be form design, there should be hands-on, there should be domain knowledge. So our curriculum consists of all these four. In engineering, we introduced mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, controls, mechatronics, all we combined them together. And we said that every engineering subject should have a lab. In other words, our department has a maximum number of labs, 13 labs altogether. So almost every course runs concurrently. And we said that the labs should not be structured. Yeah. It's not that the labs are structured. Most of them are unstructured labs. We also introduced 3 product design labs. In other words, in at 3 places, these people design a product. First, initially, in the first year itself, they look at products. We call this as product dissection lab. They look at the products, disassemble them, look at the various components of the product, put them together, and maybe come up with a small product with their own idea, or maybe some changes in the existing product. From this on, they go to a complete product design that they may do. We also said that they should work in the industry. So in fourth year, they are in the industry for 7 months. We embed them in a design design department of an industry. They work in the industry. In other words, we do not want to send out students. We want to send out professionals. So that's the reason we thought that we should put them in the industry. So they do a project in the industry. They come back and do another project, which sort of a research project with the faculty members. Uh, what we did in form design, we had a tie-up with the finance department of a very famous college, Telemaris College, and we did graphic arts, clay modeling, and all that with their help. Just to conclude, have we been successful? Uh, Time will say, but only thing I can say that is that 50% of the students who passed out last year, they have started companies. So I think that is that I would say, if you say a measure of success, and that's a good success. Thank you very much.
So please keep the interventions very brief because you're running out of time truly, and there'll be too many flights that people will be missing. So very briefly, from IIM Bangalore, Mr. Raghu. Yeah, but very brief, please. Just make your main point.
Yeah, so just listening to these wonderful presentations and experiments which have gone on in IITs and other design schools, the only contribution that I think, in my view, management institutions can make is to offer a user connect. As you know, some of them said that the Adivasis don't even allow the child to wear clothes for several days, or not have mother's milk for 2 days, or things like that. I think, as I noticed, starting from Professor Ray's presentation, the one made by IIT Kanpur, they've got excellent design products and projects. There is no connect at the societal level, in the sense that here is a great initiative. And then if you were to look at social marketing and marketing, social marketing is basically not about money. It is about making users aware that there is something that is going to give them a better quality of life. I think management institutions have a great role. Students would be just fired up because they're always looking for community-based activities, and there is no initiative. What I mean by that is an integrated initiative which allows the IITs and the students of IITs to link with students of IIMs and other business schools to look at demand creation. And I think if that can be a national initiative promoted by the ministry, that would be a great thing.
Because this is one thing which always came up in our discussion. Post design, what do we do? So can you create an online course on this? Can IIM Bangalore look at an online course on social marketing? Could be a short 15-hour, 20-hour, 14-hour module.
Sure, sir. But
which people can benefit from it. I mean, just the basics in some sense.
No, we can do that. But our belief is, from the limited experimentation that we have engaged with, for example, Arvind is a great initiative, the eye care initiative for the eyes. Social marketing is basically really connecting with human beings. I mean, online course we can offer. But to, the joy of a student of economics who's always calculating, he suddenly realizes giving itself is a great bonus in life. You understand that incentive, that concept of incentive not just being money, but incentive also is about making it better for others. I mean, that concept, yeah. So online we can offer content, but I think much more to that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure, yeah, we can do that. That's very easy to do. We can do that. That's no problem, yeah.
IIT Guwahati offers Bachelor of Design degree, Bachelor of Design program, probably the only IIT that offers BDS program. Also it offers MDes and PhD. We have a very strong and well balanced faculty covering all the specializations of design, including product design, communication design, interaction design, aesthetics, creativity. We have a very strong collaboration with KTH Sweden, and our all BDS students are extremely well placed. I mean, Each one bags more than 2 jobs. That's what I am told. And the program is very vibrant program. It has collaborations with mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics, computer science and biotechnology. Overall view is basically creativity is very important, but bright ideas can only be implemented through proper training and proper domain knowledge. So a lot of attention is paid to that aspect. We are in process of reviewing all 3 programs, bachelor's program, BDes, MDes and PhD program, and just trying to evaluate with respect to its usefulness and relevance. Each course being offered is to be reviewed with respect to ABET recommended set of conditions, that means objectives and outcomes. The process is already on. Idea is that to add some newer courses to make it more relevant, and obviously to purge out some of the courses which has lost their relevance comparatively. And since a lot of integrating with other areas were being talked about, we are also trying to, so far it was very well integrated with all the engineering departments. We are trying to bring in humanities also on board. Perhaps 2007 Economics Nobel Prize was won by Eric Mastin, and his topic was mechanism design for economic revival. So it was the topic on which he got the Nobel Prize. So economic design is also, mechanism design for economic revival. So aspects of marketing and economics, these are also to be integrated with the fusion with the humanities department. We have 3 faculty members present here. All 3 of them are very well accomplished designers, and they came with presentations as well, but because of paucity of time we could not show those glimpses. Maybe on another occasion we'll show how they are faring.
Yeah, anyway, we'll put them up on the website anyway, so we can have that. Now, very briefly, Professor Rao from IIT Delhi, but please very brief. You can just use the mic. You can just come up here and use the microphone.
Okay. So I think last year actually we were doing a similar type of a workshop within IIT as to how to bring the design component into engineering curriculum. And this year we are actually trying to see how to basically take the programs which have design in it to the next level. I think today's inputs, like today's takeaways from the workshop would help. Just to give an idea, like we felt that if you really want to bring the design into engineering programs, I think we have to start from the very first year. So keeping that in mind, we actually reoriented 4 of the first year courses which have now some significant design component. Okay. Just to mention, like we have a course on Introduction to Engineering, where we bring people who are very good designers across the country and across the globe to excite students about engineering and design. Then we just started a course called Engineering Visualization. Like if you remember, there used to be an engineering drawing course which is mostly procedural. So now we actually brought the cognitive component into it, and we call it as a engineering visualization. There's also an animation component which is in this. And the third is a product realization, where in the very first semester, students get to build a very small product in teams to get a feel of product realization. And there's another course which is more on product dissection, which was mentioned. And I think product dissection has been a very successful course. And this is one of the first initiative. The second initiative is that in order to promote actually design, we said in the new curriculum which is starting from this year, every student has to earn 5 credits outside classroom by engaging in design. So this is a graduation requirements. And in order to basically fulfill these 5 credits, we have almost like about 10 activities which we have created. So if for like 850 students we have to actually create about 1.5 man hours of design work for the students to engage and graduate. So there has been a lot of activities in that direction. So this can be through curricula as well as outside curricula. For example, just to give one idea, a faculty who is teaching a course in engineering can say, I can offer additional credit to students if, which is an optional credit in design, if they basically take up an additional design problem within that particular course. So there's a normal 3 credit course, but there is an additional design credit which can be earned because there is a design component which is built in into this particular course. This is an optional to faculty. Every faculty may not offer, but those who would like to do basically can come up. And the third aspect which is very important is that first time we, in the history of IIT Delhi, we now have a few courses where students belonging to different branches can come together to do a project. So when I say different branches, it does not necessarily mean electrical, chemical, computer science, mechanical, but it also includes students from industrial design, MBA students, and humanities. So for example, we just had a 9-day workshop where we had a team of 5 members. If you actually look at the composition of this team, it's very interesting. We had a UG engineering student, we had a PhD engineering student, we had an MBA student, industrial design student, joined with a junior senior resident from AIMS, working on, let's say, biodesign innovation for 9 days in order to do that. So we have more activities now in the space of multidisciplinary. And one of the last basically initiatives which I wanted to share is, starting from January, we have a course called Inclusive Innovation, where it's again a multidisciplinary team, and this is basically the technologies which benefit people at the bottom of a pyramid. And it's an immersive course. As people said, you have to go out of the field. And this course is also now funded, and it is along the course, if you really remember, Design for Extreme Affordability, which D-School offers. And this course is funded by the same people who fund the D-School, the Extreme Affordability course. Thank you.
I think that about takes, given the time right now, what we have, all the kind of observations that would be made. So we try to just very quickly summarize.